Shalom. Hey, how is everybody? How are you all? Can you hear me? Give me a one if you can hear me in the chat. In the meantime, this behind me is very interesting. This is from the 300s. There was a synagogue discovered in Syria, and they did a bunch of mosaics. Very interesting. And this is one of the mosaics that was found from the synagogue. Okay, I don't understand. YouTube is complaining that it doesn't like 1440p now? Really? Oh well. So we're gonna be stuck in FHD. They keep bringing me down. First they stopped liking 4K, and then now 1440p. So next thing you know, we'll be on like 720p or like VGA. God forbid. Okay, thank you, Aharon. By the way, chat with me afterwards, Aki. I have something cool to share with you. Okay. From what we were talking about the other day. Um, so this is from the 300s, the 4th century. That's the 300s. Jews in Syria had some beautiful mosaics. Maybe I'll show you some of the other mosaics sometimes. This one is Shimshon, Samson, and he's carrying, these are the city gates of Gaza. That's Gaza. So, isn't that cool? Look at Samson go there. Shalom to all of you. I'm so glad you guys are all here. We're going to be live tonight. Let me check one thing real quick. I just realized my pen. I had to use a substitute stylus, so we'll see if that's. I need to set something real quick. I almost forgot. Let's see. Dot. We'll see. We'll see if it's drawing on there okay. Boom. Okay. And the stylus. Let's just see. Oh yeah, I have to do my little trick. There's a trick I have to do with PowerPoint sometimes to make it so he cooperates. Let's see. This will just take 30 seconds. Basically, I have to kill PowerPoint, then come back in, and then it works. It's kind of funny. My own little workaround I found just from experimentation. And it's almost always needed. I could laugh like Tucker Carlson. That guy creeps me out, man. Oh, we're living in freaky times. I heard a Tucker Carlson interview the other day with basically a guy who's presenting the Nazi perspective on the history of World War II. He's arguing from the Nazi perspective. Really terrible. And Carlson's like, oh, interesting. Oh, how interesting. It's like, this is one of the biggest names on news. And this is being presented now as somehow a plausible historical theory. Just what a horrible thing. Okay, let's pray. אבינו מלכנו כן יהי רצון, כי אני יכול לדבר רק את הרוצה. תעזרנה, אדוני, את כל תלמידי. תשלח נא את רוחך עלינו, אדוני. בי, אדוני, עם רצונך תשלח נא את רוח הקודש עלינו. לעולנו ולך יהיה כל הכבוד, בזכות ישוע HaMashiach. Okay, let's get started. So we are in Exodus today, and I thought about making it audio, but I think it's kind of good to mix it up sometimes. Auditory learning, then visual learning, then auditory, then visual. So we're going to be doing the visual learning side today. Plus, I know there are some artists in the midst, and they certainly prefer to see the color. Tet says, reminds me of Tehillim 68:4. Sing unto Hashem, sing in praise of his name. Extol him who rides in the clouds, rejoice before him. His name is Adonai. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Let's see if my stylus will work now. Bloop, bloop. Yay! The only thing about this backup stylus is there's no eraser, so I have to manually select the eraser, but that's okay. So let's see, we are in, I believe it's Exodus 28, verse 38. Okay, Exodus chapter 28, verse 38. And it says, V'haya meitzach Aharon. ונשא Aharon et avon hakadashim asher yakdishu bnei Israel lechol matanot kadsheihem והיה al mitzcho tamid leratzon lahem lifnei Adonai. Wow, that would have been so awesome to see. Okay, so let's look at it. V'haya. Haya, we know this verb. If you've been with me for a while, you know the verb. Haya is was, or became. And then we have our special vav conversive over here. That guy is going to change the aspect. So instead of was, we have will be. V'haya, and will be. Let me zoom in a bit for those of you on a smaller device. Al, upon. So, and it will be, or and he will be, but it's a thing we're talking about. Upon meitzach Aharon. This is a construct state. It's a bit obscured by the yellow there. Sorry about that. And remember, when you have a construct chain, if the last word is definite, which it is here because it's a name, it's definite. That definiteness is going to map over to all the other words in the construct chain. Okay. So really what that means is we're going to say the in front of all the other words, unless it sounds goofy in English, okay? So, v'haya, and it shall be, upon the meitzach. Meitzach means forehead or brow. The forehead of Aharon. Aharon is definite because it's a name, right? Any comments or questions? You guys doing okay? The provider of my drink tonight is English Tea Shop, organic. Again, I'm having the chocolate rooibos and vanilla flavor, in case you're wondering, with steamed oat milk. Oh no, my tablet just died. We're in trouble. See, I had a feeling tonight there's going to be some weirdness. It's plugged in, fast charging, yet somehow it died. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to switch to an auditory learning. Guess I can't. My tablet's dead. I'll let it charge for a while. Maybe we'll kind of mix the learning up tonight. But I need to do something with my screen here. Okay, so it's on that little one there. Hold on, let me see. Give me a second. I might have a solution. Let's just. Hold on. See if there's a workaround here. I'm not going to wait for the tab to charge and come back. It was on speed charging, so it should have been fine. All right, give me just a second here. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. Yes. And then let's change the screen to primary. Yep, that should be okay. Oh no, we'll do this one. Yep. And then from current slide. Okay, give me just a moment. We're almost there. So sorry about this, folks. 30 seconds. Almost got to work around. There we go. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. And bloop. It's strange. Why is it small like that? Mhm. Yeah, my video software is not playing along now. Okay, sit tight. I'll be right back. Be right back. Okay, can you guys hear me? I'm back now. We have a workaround. I'm going to try to write on a vertical screen though, okay? On the computer screen. So it might had to reboot my video software. So the handwriting's not going to be perfect, all right? don't don't hate on me. Let's see here. And we're stuck with some chicken scratch on the screen. But anyway, all right. So v'haya al meitzach Aharon. And I can't zoom and that kind of stuff, but we'll get through it. And it shall be upon the forehead or the brow of Aaron. ונשא. What happened? What's going on? Oh, it's not letting me draw with this stylus. Oh, Lord, come on. Cannot believe this. Like a handful of technical errors today. Okay, I will draw with the mouse. Venasa. Now, nasa is to carry, like NASA carries things into space. And then we have our venasa. So nasa means he carried. He carried. But the vav changes the aspect. So, and he will carry. You have to excuse the sloppiness. I'm writing with a finger on a mouse pad, okay? Aharon. So, and Aaron will carry et, we don't translate, avon, the iniquity of hakadashim. So we have a construct chain here. It's kind of strange what it's saying, but when we think about it, I think it will be okay. So let's see here. Construct chain. I don't know why it spikes. I thought maybe there's some issue with my touchpad. It's doing these weird little spikes. The iniquity of the kodashim, of the holy items, the holy things, right? The idea of the things that are offered in exchange for sin, he will carry that burden. Then Aharon, and Aaron will carry, he will bear at avon, the iniquity of hakodashim, the holy items. Okay. Just wonder, let's see if this is going to work. Well, let's go give me a try. Let me try. Yes, got the stylus working. Whee! Made it through all the bizarre obstacles. Let me just make that look a little bit better. Oh, I can't erase that one. Fine. I am drawing on a vertical screen, so it's kind of hard. Maybe I can hold it. Asher, which yakdishu, bnei Israel. Now look at this word, yakdishu. The word is kadash, like kadosh. That's the root. But this is a special form. I want to see if you can recognize it. We have this root, this letter yod is jammed in here right before the three root letters. The root letters are kof, dalet, and shin. Right? So this indicates the hifil form, to cause to be holy, right, or to sanctify. Thank you for interceding, guys. Appreciate that. Okay. And to see who's doing it, we need to look at the yod at the front. Yeah. Yeah. The yod at the front. Why don't you want to let me do this, pen? This guy, Yod. That tells us it's third person, and the U at the end tells us it's they. So yakdishu, that means they will cause to be holy. So they will sanctify. That's what sanctify means in English anyway. To cause to be holy. Now, that's our verb. What's the subject? We have a construct chain. Bnei Yisrael. I really should have done auditory learning today. Bnei Yisrael. The children of Israel. Lechol matanot kadsheihem. Lechol. What is lamed? Le. That's 4. It's so hard to write neat like this. Screen's wobbling. I'm trying to hold it. Get a vertical. 4. Chol means all of. Matanot. This is a big construct chain, actually. Let me mark it all. Look how big it is. Lechol matanot kadsheihem. And that at the end of the chain, we've got the hem. This doesn't have palm rejection, I don't think. So it's really, you can't rest your hand on there. Hem. Now, hem is the suffix meaning them, right? Or they. I'll just write they. And you can make it sound good in English or in your language. So because the last word has a they on it, that means it's definite. It's definite. So since the last word is definite, right, it's not any old holy items, it's their holy things, their holy offerings, that will make the whole chain definite, which means we're going to try to put the in front of each of these words in the construct chain as it makes sense. Okay? So lechol, le, for, the all, okay, that doesn't sound good in English, you can drop it. All of matanot. Matanot is from the word maton or moten, which is a gift. It's from the verbal root natan, right? So if you think about it, if the root is natan and you put a mem in front, I've taught you guys before, if you see a noun that you don't recognize, but you know the verbal root, and it has a mem as part of it at the beginning, then try to imagine that it's something that the verb does, or it somehow assists the verb in doing the thing. Or sometimes it's a person doing it, right? So what would you give? A gift. So matanot, that's plural from a motanet or matana. So that's gifts. So lechol matanot, for all of the gifts. And then we say of, because it's construct chain, kadsheihem, of their holy items, right? Meaning the offerings. How are you guys doing? Any comments or questions? Decent turnout tonight. I appreciate that. Of course, with the technical issues. Maybe that's all right. Continue on. Vehaya. So again, just like at the beginning, haya means he was, or he became, or it became. But then the vav, it's a vav conversive, just like up over there. So that is going to change the aspect and mean, and it shall be, or and, yep, it will be, or he will be. Upon mitzcho. Mitzcho. Now, this is the same word over here that we had up over there. Meitzach. Meitzach is forehead or brow, but this one has O at the end. So the meitzach, we put it in construct form before we put the suffix on. So meitzach becomes mitzch. Mitzch. Oh, the forehead of he or of him. I'm just going to write he because it's less for you to remember then. And you can make that sound less caveman-y when you translate. Mitzcho, forehead of he. Clearly, you know what it means, right? His forehead. How long shall it be? Al mitzcho, upon his forehead? Tamid. Tamid. If you don't know this word, can I zoom here? Is my zoom going to work? Ooh, it does work on the screen. Wow, great. Tamid. Tamid if you think about at the synagogue, the light that's always on by the ark, that's the ner tamid. Ner tamid. Is this burning a ner tamid? Sorry, the Bengals. So tamid is continual. It's the continual light, the continual lamp. Perpetual, tamid. So when shall it be upon his forehead? The forehead of he? Tamid, continuously. Continuously. Not like when he's sleeping at night and stuff. Clearly the text is talking about when he's in service to Hashem. Oh, I just noticed my thing is on top chat. I might be missing some of yours. I hate that it defaults to top chat instead of live chat. I mean, fine. When we've got 200 people in live chat, that would be okay, right? But for our normal lessons, it'd be nice to keep it on. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Leratzon. Le is for. For. 2 or 4. Sorry about the sloppy drawing today. It's hard with this arrangement to draw. 4. Ratzon. Ratzon. You know, when we listen to the hakadashim, the priestly blessing, they say something, right? They say, Yeberach Hashem v'yishmerecha. And then the congregation says, Ken yehi ratzon. And then they say the next line, they say, Ken yehi ratzon. Anyway, so ratzon, resh, tzadi, vav, nun, if you're just listening, means desire or will or favor, right? So Ken yehi ratzon really just means, may it be, will. But the idea is his will, retzono. But we just said, you can just say ratzon, and we understand the will par excellence. That's Hashem's will or his favor. So it will be on Aharon's meitzach. How often? Tamid. 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 On my zoom went away. That was kind of foolish. I'm just pointing up into space. Tamid. Le. That's for ratzon. For favor. For favor. Favor for whom? Lahem. Lahem. We have another 4 here. For favor. For hem. 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 And we had hem up above on kadsheihem. For favor, for they. They. Which sounds ridiculous, so say for them. Yeah, listen to Admin Brenda. Smash that like button, please. We got 20 out of 30 right now from the concurrent viewers. Persona non grata, always loved your username, says, does oive mean roughly my enemies? Shalom, Rabbi. Yeah, it comes from oi. Oi in biblical Hebrew is like alas or like whoa. Yeah, and so it comes from Yiddish actually, but Hebrew via Yiddish. And so some think it's oyevai, like, oh, enemies, or my enemies. It's short for oyevei mir. So it's really more like a loss or a bad situation, mir to me in Yiddish, mir. Mir is the dative of ik, of me. But it sounds a lot like that, right? Like oyev would be enemy, and oyevai would be enemies, and oyevei would be enemies of. Positive Power says, a moment on the punctuation under the HM letters. HM letters. Oh, okay. Hey, segol, the 3 dots, that's an S sound, and then mem. So hem, hem. Or when we read it, we'll say hem. We kind of make a falsetto just so that people can become accustomed to hearing it's a suffix. I hope I answered your question. I didn't quite know what you're asking because there was no verb there. Okay, good. Good. Nice to have you here, Positive Power. That was a positive question. Okay. Lifnei Yod-He Waw-He. So Lifnei Hashem. Lifnei means before. Literally, the lamed is 2 or 4. And then Panei, it's a construct chain, really. from panim, which means face. There's another Yiddish word, punim, right? Punim. Punim is face in Yiddish, from Hebrew panim. And then we drop the mem. When you have a word that ends in a mem in the plural, and you delete that mem, that's how you say of. So panim is face, pene is face of, which is how you express presence, right? The idea is you're in front of them, you're at their face part. It can have other meanings in architecture and stuff like that, but in general, it comes from the word for panim, face. And this is the American Sign Language for face. Face. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. Can also mean beautiful, too. So, context. Lifnei, before, Yod He, Wahe, before Adonai. Okay, let me do a time check. We are at 9:33 my time, but we did have some technical issues, so let's do another verse. Any comments or questions? Hey, Shalom Janine. Glad to have you here, Achoti. All right. I think we'll do 39, maybe not 40. Let me see. Just a moment here. Here we go. Haha, fixed. Okay, let's read. Veshibata or veshibatto haktonet sheish ועשית mitznefet sheish ועבנת תעשה or תעשה מעשה רקם. So if you're new, what we're doing here with the sounds, I go high when it's a suffix, like a pronominal suffix specifically, and we go low when it's an affix to a verb that's telling you who is doing the verbal action. Okay. Although I do try to repeat it, reading it normally, and then with the weird stuff, because some people don't like the weird voices. But you're outnumbered, guys, so that's why I still do it. Sheish. This is kind of a weird word. So let me mark the ta first to show you the to. If you don't know a verb, at least make sure to pick it apart so you can see what's happening here. So the ta reminds us of atah. And everybody probably knows this word, even if you don't remember it. Atah, we say, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, etc. Right? All the blessings start this way. Atah is you. Sorry, it's very hard to write on this. You. Or you. You. Okay. And then the vav is a vav conversive. That's our flux capacitor, changing the aspect, or oftentimes it feels like changing the time. So shibatto is a perfect verb. That means it's complete, which means it's likely in the past tense in English. And this is a weird guy, a little bit controversial. Shibat means like to make a checkered fabric, like to make with a checkered design, or to make plaited. Right? We're not really 100% sure, but those are the suggestions in the scholarly lexicons. So shibatto, so you shall make plaited or a checkered design. Haktonet. The hey is the definite article. Yeah, everybody make sure to check out Deb's comments. I really appreciate that. She was sharing her testimony, how she started Biblical Hebrew on our channel. And just a little over a year ago, right, Debs? And she's grown so much. She can understand a whole lot now. It's really awe-inspiring. And this is your resource, right? This is what you've been learning of, I think she said. Yeah, I should read Deb's comments. Let me read that out. Thank you for taking the time to write that, Debs. She's very, very humble, and so oftentimes she doesn't want to share. And I say, doesn't want to share like how she's learned. But I told her, hey, look, you need to share. So this is not her bragging or anything. She's doing this so you all will be encouraged. She says, just wanted to, but I didn't tell her to do this today. This was some time back. Don't feel shy to share. She says, just wanted to share that learning biblical Hebrew has given me a chance to share my faith to the Jews because they were curious of my interest in the Torah. Kol hakavod Lashem. After a little over a year of studying biblical Hebrew, almost exclusively with this channel. That's awesome. Thank you for that, Debs. Really appreciate that. Appreciate that. That's great. Yeah, hallelujah. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of positive comments from people. And I'm not saying this like to bang on my chest, but I want you to know if you feel frustrated, maybe you're new to the channel. Oh my gosh, what's all this stuff? What's going on? Maybe you haven't even learned to read yet. Don't worry. I really believe after teaching biblical Hebrew for long time, long time, I found that it really, really is the best way. Directed immersion, not just jump in and whoa, just read it and tell you what it means, but breaking it down, talking about it, and then repeat, breaking it down, repeat, repeat. Because for one thing, you're in the Holy Word, you're in the Kitvei HaKodesh, you're in the Tanakh, right, with Lashon HaKodesh. So it already has a spiritual benefit now, just by reading the Hebrew words aloud. Now there's a benefit to your life, to the room, to the ambiance, all of that. And then you are going to absorb information step by step. One of my students told me today she does 30 minutes a day of the immersion. So sometimes our classes go longer, right? She told me today that she only learned one word today because she understood all the others. I thought that's great. Baruch Hashem, I really I want that to happen for all of you guys so that you'll in the immersion, you're gonna if you just learn one or two things every class and you come to every class with us or you watch them later, you're going to grow. You can't help but grow. So be encouraged. You can do it. You can be like Debs and these others who have really been growing. I really appreciate it. Hey, Shalom Altruistic Torah Studies. Great, great. Okay, ושבצת so you shall plaid or make a checkered pattern. Haktonet, the Ketnet. Ketnet is a tunic, right? Like the most famous Ketnet is the Ketnet HaPasim that was given to Yosef HaTzadik, Joseph, right? His father gave him. And I know people always say it's a coat of many colors. If you read my book, I don't translate it that way. I believe that it's more like the Aramaic influence where pas means the same as kaf in Hebrew, like the palm and the soles, that it was a long tunic. And we also see the same word used later in the prophets to refer to princess garments, right? Because they were so long and they covered their skin, so they were very modest, all the way down to the ankles, all the way to the like beyond your wrist, like beyond. So that's the ketonets hapasim that Joseph had. So here we have v'shibbatzto haketonet. So you shall pleat the tunic of sheish. Sheish. Now, sheish, this is an Egyptian word that's a loan word into Hebrew. In ancient Egyptian, sheish means a high quality alabaster color, um, like a cotton. What's a high quality cotton called? I can't remember what the quality cotton is in English. Oh, anyway, it's very nice in a hot environment, right? It can air out and stuff. Someone else wants to help me with my translation there. Anyway, that. ועשית. So this is a lamed hey verb. Ayin, seen, hey, and the hey went away. Verbs that end in hey, the hey usually hides. So ayin and seen is all we're left with. The to is the same as the to over here. Asit to, you shall make a mitznefet. A mitznefet. Mitznefet is a turban. We had that last time. Mitznefet, a turban, from the root samaf. Yeah, there's another word I'm missing. It's beyond organic cotton. Yeah, it'll come to me later. When we're done, it'll come to me. A more precise. Sheish, of again, sheish, that high quality Egyptian alabaster material. Okay. The avnet and an avnet. Avnet is like a girdle or a sash, like a thick sash around the midsection. And a sash, to ase, to ase. Now I want to show you something. Notice here, we've got asito, and here we have to ase. They're both the same verb. They're both the same verb. This one up over there is in the perfect form. Asito means it's done already, right? It's completed. You made it. But the vav here is changing the aspect again to make it, and you shall make. You shall make. So it changes it into imperfect. Down here, we don't have the vav. the vav conversive. So we can just put straight in the imperfect. So they both mean exactly the same thing, even though they're different forms. Look at that. See? The ta here, that ta reminds us also of you. Maybe I'll colorize. Let me colorize. I'm resisting writing on the screen because it's so hard right now to make it right. But let's do it so you can make sure, for you visual learners, you can see the pattern. So these tas, they all remind us of the ta in a ta. That guy. That's our winner. That's the ta. Okay. So ta say means you will asa. You will make. You will make. Brenda says, you know you want to color it, Rob. Yeah, true. True. Nick All says, I'm approaching as a hungry child, just 1 month in and loving every second of learning. I feel like Yeshua literally spoke to me and saying to approach as a child. Thank you, Rob, and you're very welcome. Thank you for sharing that. Hey, shalom, Gabrielle Garcia from Tennessee. All right. Great. Nice to have you all here. Okay. Usually it'll look better than today. Sorry, I had a tablet issue. Okay. Ta'aseh. Ma'aseh rokem. Ma'aseh. Now look, we have asita, we have ta'aseh, and now we have ma'aseh. So if you didn't know this word, ma'aseh, you could still recognize the root. You'd be like, wait a second. I knew this guy over here, ayin, sin, hey, that means do or make. Okay, do or make. I know that. And so you see this noun here, and I told you when you have a noun that starts with a mem and you don't know what it means, very often you can think, okay, this is somehow involved in what the verb is doing, right? And what it's doing. Either it's the product of it, or it's helping it to do the thing, or it's the kind of person, like the profession of the person doing the thing. In this case, asa is to make, and ma'aseh is what was made. That's the result. That's the product, you could say. You la'asot a ma'aseh. You make a product. Okay? Sometimes we translate this as handiwork. It kind of feels like more Bible-y. But you could just say product if you wanted. Hey, welcome, Lee. Lee's here. He's going through, or she's going through Ross grammar. Sorry, I don't know if you're he or she. That name works both ways, right? Lee. Glad to thank you for sharing. I'm not familiar with Ross grammar. Okay, yeah, get back to work. No problem. Elise says, I picked up my first Reader's Bible the other day and got a Zondervan laminated study guide. Nice. Oh, good. You have a Hebrew Reader's Bible? That's excellent. That's very good. So, ma'aseh rokem, the product or the handiwork of a rokem. So here we have a construct chain and a rokem. Rokem, the verb rakam, resh, kof, mem, means, or some say kuf, means to weave, to weave. So it is the handiwork, the mitznefet. The turban is the handiwork of a weaver. Okay, let me just see something real quick here. Yeah, good, okay. I can't think of the more precise word for sheish. I apologize. It's a high quality cotton. Okay, think of it like that. That's what it is. But then we have a single word in English where you can just say it's that. That's better. Okay, any comments or questions? Oh, a he. Okay, thank you, Lee, for correcting me on that. Oh, well, that was my initial inclination. Any comments or questions? I think this is good. I don't want to go too long. Otherwise, people sometimes might avoid the class if we go too long. I apologize for the technical issues early on today. Linen. Thank you, Betty. Linen. That is the word. That is exactly the word. I couldn't remember for the life of me. A high quality linen, which is alabaster color of the Egyptian standard. Okay, well, I'm going to call that for the class tonight. Tomorrow we will have First Kings join us same time. And I haven't decided if it'll be auditory or visual like this, but the tab will be in order and it'll look much nicer. So I'll be able to write with better handwriting than on a wobbly screen. Yeah, good job, Betty. All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Be blessed. Continue learning Lashon HaKodesh. Don't give up. You can do it. And I'm really happy you guys all made it. Shalom, shalom.